Hi guys, I'm Bridget. I'm going to be the clinician,
I'm Jade. I'm going to be playing a 6-year-old.
and this is Jade's first session seeing me. So Jade, how are you today?
I'm good.
Okay. And why do you think you're here with me today, hanging out?
Sometimes when I talk, it's hard to say words.
Okay. And what bothers you most about the way you talk?
Sometimes when I'm trying to say something to my friends, it can take a while, and they don't know why.
How do your friends react when that happens?
Sometimes they ask me, or they say what's wrong.
Okay, well, we'll look more into that a little bit later, but first we're going to start with our speech helpers. Now, our speech helpers are all the things that help us talk. So first, we have our brain, and where do you think our brain goes on this model right here? Here's our brain.
In her head.
Yep, you're right. Goes right there. And what do you think about her ear?
Go here.
Nice job. How about our lungs? Where do our lungs go?
In our chest.
Good. And how about her trachea? Yeah.
Throat.
Good, in our throat. And you know where this goes. Where's her mouth?
Here.
Nice. And the last one are her vocal folds. Where do you think her vocal folds are? I'll give you a hint. They're right in here somewhere.
And here.
In her throat. Nice job. So, with our brain, what do you think our brain helps us do with our speech?
Helps us know what to say.
Good, yep. Our brain helps us decide what we want to say. And then what do you think our mouth does when we want to speak?
We move it to make words.
Okay. Yeah, so our mouth, teeth, tongue, and lips help form sounds and words correctly. So what do you think about our ears? How do our ears help us?
They help us hear what other people say.
Good, yeah. And then what about our voice box or our trachea, like I said?
It makes the noise.
Yep. So our voice box lets air travel up from the lungs to the vocal folds, which are right there. So what do you think our vocal folds do?
They let the air go through.
So our vocal folds vibrate together to make our voice. And then, was that it? Did we cover everything? Oh, our lungs, how could I forget? So what do our lungs do?
Let us get breath.
So our lungs and our diaphragm help me take deep breaths so we can talk and sing. And then lastly, did we do our lips already? We did. Okay. So that was good. These are all of our speech helpers that help us speak. Okay. So now, we're going to say some words, and I want you to tell me where you feel like your stuttering is occurring. Okay? So, if I say the word cat, where do you think that sound is stopping with my stuttering? If I say cat.
Cat. In our throat.
Yeah. So you feel like it's stopping in your throat? Okay, nice job. And then how about pig? Can you say pig with a stutter in the beginning?
Pig.
And where did you feel that?
My lips.
Good job. And then how about the word hat? Where did you feel that?
My chest and my lungs.
In your lungs, yeah. So it was like you're taking a deep breath, and that was where it was coming from. What about think?
Think.
Okay,
My teeth and my tongue.
good. So that stopped at your teeth and your tongue. Good. So now we're going to get our mirror out. And it's a pretty big mirror here. And I'm going to ask you some things, and I want you to respond. Just how you normally would talk. And I want you to notice what kind of things your face is doing or what you're feeling while you're stuttering, okay? Okay, so first question I have is, tell me about your day at school.
So, today, I first had gym class and played kickball. Then we did math centers and got to play with the adding blocks.
Okay, nice job. What did you notice during that sentence?
Sometimes when I get stuck on a word, I close my eyes, and my face gets real tense.
Okay. So you noticed you closed your eyes and then your face got tense? Okay, let's do another sentence. So who dropped you off at school today?
My mom dropped me off today in her van, and my little sister came along too.
Okay, good. Did you notice anything different during that sentence?
Sometimes when I do say words, it's at the beginning.
So your stuttering is at the beginning of the sentence?
It's harder at the beginning.
Okay. Okay, good. And then we're going to do our last sentence. Tell me about your breakfast this morning.
This morning, I had cinnamon toast crunch, and my mom made me a smoothie with bananas and strawberries.
Wow, that's a big breakfast. I also noticed one thing that you might have not noticed. You tuck your chin when you're stuttering. Do you notice that now that I'm saying it? A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So what this is our iceberg. And at the top of our iceberg, we have all like the behaviors that you notice when you're stuttering. So tucking the chin, the eye blinking, and then also noticing that you're stuttering at the beginning of sentences. And at the bottom here, we're going to list all like the feelings that you have towards your stuttering. So can you tell me some feelings that you have from when you stutter with your friends or with family members? How does that make you feel?
I get mad because I know what I want to say, but sometimes it gets stuck.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Sad sometimes because I think that if people don't know that I'm doing it, they think I'm weird.
Okay. Why do you think they would think you're weird?
Because I talk differently.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else that you feel?
Embarrassed.
Tell me more about that.
So sometimes at school, when we have to say things or answer questions, other kids don't talk like this, and I do.
Okay. Okay. Those are all valid points and things that you're allowed to be feeling with your stuttering. So our next thing we're going to do is we're going to do something called freezing. So I'm going to give you an example. So I'm going to say a sentence and stutter on a word. And I'm going to use my fingers to let myself know that I'm going to let go of that stutter and let it go, and then go right back into the word. So just watch me. I have a cat at home. Okay? We're going to talk about your pets at home. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to say the sentence, and you're going to tell me when to release that sound. Okay?
Okay.
So, I have a cat at home. See what we did there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's try another one. What did you do last weekend is what we're going to talk about. So last weekend I watched movies with my sister. See what we're doing there?
Mm-hmm.
We're releasing that sound. We're allowing ourselves to stutter and then releasing it. Okay, so now we're going to switch roles, and you're going to say the sentence, and I'm going to be the one controlling when you release the sound, your stutter, okay?
Okay.
So, tell me about your pets at home.
I have 2 cats named Falcon and Blue.
There we go. That was good. See how when I released my hand, you could release that stutter and move on to the next word? Okay, that's another one. What did you do last weekend?
Last weekend, I went to the playground with my friends.
Okay, what else did you do last weekend?
My little sister had her first birthday.
Awesome. Okay. So tell me about your sister.
She is one, and she is crazy, and she likes to play with my toys, but my mom doesn't let her.
Good. So when you were stuttering, we let go of it slowly and then moved on to the next word. That was good. Okay. So what do you think you're going to do when you get home?
I have to do homework. We have to read our books for school to our parents, and then I have to eat dinner. Then I need to take a bath, and read a story with my dad.
Nice job. Okay, our last question. What do you do at recess?
At recess, I like to play on the slide and throw the baseball with my friends, and we go on the monkey bars, but sometimes it's too hard. We like to play tag with everybody, and sometimes kickball.
Awesome. Okay, well, I think that about wraps up our session today. So what do you think you learned with our little session today?
Our speech helpers.
Yep. What about our speech helpers?
That the brain is how we say our words. We hear them with our ears. Our lips, teeth, and tongue help us talk. I don't remember these ones.
So our voice box, do you remember what our voice box does?
Makes the noise.
Mm-hmm. Our voice box vibrates, that way we can talk and sing.
And the other one?
Let me get ours out. Our vocal cords. Do you remember what they do?
The air goes through them.
The air goes through them. So the voice box lets our air travel up from the lungs to the vocal folds, and then our vocal folds vibrate, allowing us to make sounds, which makes our voice. Yeah. And then what about our lungs?
That's where we get our air so that we can talk.
So when we take a deep breath, it lets us talk and sing. And then I think you covered everything else. Nice job. So what did you learn by looking in the mirror and talking with your stuttering?
That I sometimes close my eyes and I put my head down.
Yep, you tuck your chin a little bit.
Yeah, and then I do it on the beginning of words.
Yep, you're right. And what did you learn from our little freezing activity when we release our hands during our stuttering?
It helps us to be able to let go when we are stuttering.
Yep.
And to have control over it.
Okay. So what do you think about this freezing activity? Do you think it'll help you at all during future sessions? Yes?
I like it.
Okay. All right, well, I hope it works out for you, and thank you for coming in to hang out with me today.